So this is my first tutorial, or not, I guess it is a tutorial, where I'm just showing you how to make this one in, one out type of, that's what I call it, type of system. Throw a block in, get a block out, simple. But this one right here, it's not really assigned, so I can literally throw any block in. Oh crap, I don't have a helmet, that's what happened. Okay. Or you could have it to where you can only throw in one block, and it will not accept any other block. Or, I don't really like this way, but you could have it to where it will accept the block, but it won't. It will take the block, but it will not accept it, I guess. I only recommend this if it is, oh, sorry, my mic was down. Up. I only recommend this if the main module part, if you need to raise the floor up by 1. And here's another nice thing. They can't get in because there's a slab. They can't get in the one that it gives. So a diamond for a beacon. This house has a 1 lever door. Okay, so these systems are made consisting 3 things. The first one is an item sorter module, which is this right here. Don't know what that sound was, but okay. Basically, whatever you have in this hopper, which is iron, you would put 4 of blocks of your choice in here, and then 41 items, whatever you want them to pay. So like this one, they're paying iron and getting whatever else I give them with the dispenser from the wall / roof or whatever, wherever you have it. So if you put in a stack, 41 will go in here, 1 will go in here, and the rest will go in here. So look, this, boom, went through, there's nothing in here, boom, but it's not going to accept that chest because it's assigned to iron ingots and not a chest. Okay, so the way I built this is a plus sign, and then break the middle out and build 2 over. Alright, so now that you have it looking like this, 1 block, 2 block, break the first block and build 2. We'll save that for later. Put your back to the 2 blocks that you just placed and place a comparator. So it should be facing 2 prongs towards the 2 blocks that are not attached. And then 3 things of redstone dust. A repeater inside this hole that we broke out, facing this block, which will have a redstone torch on the other side. And then we can crouch, place hoppers facing the opposite way of the comparator, and then just break these 2 blocks. And on the bottom one, crouch, and so it should look like this, to where the top hopper is basically just facing towards nothing. Bottom hopper is facing the chest, and it should just look like this. And then you can use any block of your choice. I'm going to use 4 dirt just to show that any block will work. You could literally go outside and dig a few blocks out of the ground, and then boom, place those there. Grab whatever block you want them to pay with. I'm going to use iron ingots, that's what I'm going to use. Place them in the last thing, and you're going to see that it starts taking blocks away. That's normal, that's okay. It should stop at 41. After 41, go down to the one below it, make sure there's one in there, and then the remaining will be in the chest. Go ahead and take those back. And that is the item sorter module done. This sorts what's assigned to it. I don't know if I said that before, but I said it now. So what's it matter? Also a tip, be sure that you're not placing this torch right there. That's here. Be sure you don't place the redstone torch right there where that normal torch is, because that will not function. Make sure it's the block in front of the repeater. Okay, this is the second part of the main parts of the build. I don't know the name of it, so I called it the non-annoying shooty thingy. It shoots out what's put in it. The dropper, it will shoot out whatever is put in it. The dispenser will do the same exact thing. But the reason we use droppers is because if you are using this in a game to where they're paying for something, you can place a chest here and then put 25 random blocks. It doesn't have to be iron. And then see how it's not making a sound? It's just doing its thing. That's why it's called the non-annoying shooty thingy. It's right in there, filling up, coming out of here. So that way, whenever you come back to your shop, you can just walk up and be like, okay, there's my pay. That's how much people have spent here, and then you take it. Okay. Also, another thing you could do for this, if you're hosting like a kit PvP, you could do this. And on one kit PvP that I play on, for the first people that come, they can use their map to get like a free kit. Like they throw it in like this system instead of throwing in diamonds or whatever to get a beacon, like that one right there. Instead of throwing in a diamond and getting a beacon, they throw in their map and get a kit, which was in a shulker box. Which you could do something like this, to where you put, they throw in their empty map and then it just instantly burns it, which you'll see later whenever we build the actual thing, that this will come in handy, because instead of having to go and collect it out of the chest like I showed you before, it'll just instantly burn it. You'll never have to worry about it. Alright, let's build this thing. Okay, so block of iron. You can use a dispenser if you really want to. I recommend the dropper. You're going to need a comparator, redstone repeater, and some redstone dust, and a block of your choice. Don't know if I said that. Does not have to be iron. Wherever it's shooting out at, point the dropper that way, obviously, of course, and then place a comparator taking the output from the dropper, so 2 prongs towards the dropper, 1 prong away from, and then place a block. You don't need to place that like that. I just do it for I don't know why I do it. Place a dust. So right now you should have dropper, comparator, block, dust, and then on the second side we'll do block, and then a repeater, and then a piece of redstone dust running back into that comparator that originally came out of the dropper. Place a block above this piece of, what's it called, I really cannot talk. Above the piece of redstone dust, you could just do that. Place a piece of redstone dust here, and then place one there. And you can test it by just taking your blocks And yep. And to make it not annoying, boom, silent. And it's doing its job that it's supposed to be doing. Alright. So that's the second part. And this is the third part. This is not always how this will look. This is just a representation. Okay, so it'll be 100%. It should have a redstone dust tower. Which is just one of these. Nothing hard at all. And let's say that's as far as I need to go. That's, if you're putting it on the top, it'll look like this whenever you're finished. But if you're putting it on the side, I'll build the side version right here. Okay, so you're gonna need to bring this out. And wherever your dispenser, I use a dispenser for this one. Wherever your dispenser is, I'm having trouble getting this in the right spot. So, the way that we do this is I put a redstone block, so it's the tower, and then a redstone line running into the block, and then a redstone torch, and then a piston, so it should be extended. And this is getting really annoying because I keep on messing up where this block is supposed to be. And then a redstone block. You're probably like, that is stupid, why are you doing that? This is why. Because whenever this pulse comes through, you heard how it shoots it out? Yeah. And the reason it's designed like that is because if it's like this, or it's on its side or anything, it's fine, it'll move. But if it's up, I don't really understand why it does that. But yeah, that's pretty much the three main things that we need to build it. Okay, so this, let's say this is the room, or it could be a hallway or whatever you want that you want to build it. So we are always going to start with the item sorter module, which was the very first thing we looked at. So we're going to want this here, which is where we will throw in our payment. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. Okay, now that I have the basis of the, what's it called? The item sorter, we can place the comparator, the 3 redstone dust, our repeater, and our torch. Okay, so I'm gonna do the map one. Okay, so once again, to show that you can use anything you want. Hang on, I'm actually kind of worried about it. Okay, that didn't filter through right. I'm thinking it's because, yeah, there we go. Okay, now it should have filtered through right. So let me grab this block because, oh, that is not the right one. Alright, we're gonna need this here, that way we can still open this chest. Okay. Step 1 of the process is done. Now that we have module 1 built, which is the item sorter module, we can now build the second module, or step, or whatever you want to call it, which is this module, which will throw it from the, what's it called, into the chest, and it'll be silent. Well, actually, nah, we'll just use this. Okay. So, we're gonna need a hopper to take it from the chest into the dropper, and then build the rest of module 2 right here. Alright, there we go. So now, wait, no. Since I am using a map, I do not want to have to store these maps every time and have to go collect them and empty. So if I place a block of lava there, it should happily burn my map whenever I throw it in. Okay, that's good. How we heard it burn, and how we heard it spit it out and then burn it. That's good. Okay. So this is just the starts of it. So we're gonna need another comparator to put getting an output from this hopper, which is the chest after you throw it in the thing. The module 1 item sorter module, there should be a hopper underneath that chest, and that's where we need the comparator running out from that hopper. And then we're going to need to put an immediate repeater and a redstone like this, so that way we can do the redstone tower now. I like using this block. You don't have to use it. It's just my preferred block. Okay, our goal is to get it not there, but to right here. So that will mean that we need the piston right here. The torch will go here. The iron block will go here. So we need an input going in here, this very spot. So we can, this is just for, I'm just placing these slabs here, so that way you can see where it ran. Oh no. Have I done goofed? I mean, we can always go from this angle. Have the torch here, and then all we need, oh yeah, I'm good. Okay. Okay, I found the solution to my problem. I need a redstone torch now to set that straight, and a redstone block to go there. Okay, now, so what is happening is I'm gonna throw in my map. It's gonna go through here, which will set this, which this is locked to where it will only accept maps, which will allow it into here. This chest has a hopper, so the hopper is going to bring it down into this dropper. This comparator detects whenever the map goes in the dropper, which burns it. But this comparator will say, hey, there's been a map in this hopper, and it'll send a signal to this repeater, which will give it a signal strength boost all the way up to the top. And also, the only way anything's gonna get into this is if it makes it into this chest, which means it has to go through here, so only maps can make it into this chest, which will put it through the hopper. So yeah, you should be good there. Alright, let's go on the inside. Fix up the floor a little bit. Okay, I fixed the issue. It was because it was a dispenser, which means it was trying to place the kit, aka the shulker box with armor in it. It was trying to place it instead of just throwing it out. So now, if I'm a new player, I will spawn. I'll be like, oh, got my map. There'll probably be like a map, like a map kit in here. Throw it in. Boom. Now I have that. I come over here, get my armor, and boom. Except if you're a smart, here's a little extra bit right here. If you're smart kit PvP host, then you'll know not to have players allowed to break and mine and place blocks, or else this would all be pointless. They could literally just be like, boop, all those are mine. But anyways, this is known as a kit opener. I'll show you what it is in just a second. So I would get it, and then since you can't place blocks or mine blocks, you would open this, hit this, boom, a dispenser would place it. You'd go bam, 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 grab your shulker box and leave. So yeah, and yeah, so that's my first horrible. It was so bad, but hey, I tried. Okay, I really did. So that's the first tutorial that I've ever done, and I hope it helped, because I have never I've searched everywhere and I could not find a video for this. So this is my personal design. Someone else could totally have this exact same design. I would never know.